Hey guys, I just wanted to fill you in on my third Kambo frog medicine ceremony. If you don't know what that is, I describe it a little more in the first two videos. But it's tradition to do three treatments within 3 moons to get the maximum permanent beneficial effects from the treatment. So yeah, anyways, I had my third one done, and it went a lot smoother than the second one. Thank goodness. If you didn't watch my second video, I had a pretty violent reaction that was kind of scary and difficult and uncomfortable. But I survived, and I was crazy enough to do it a third time despite that. And this time I just did 2 burn marks rather than 3 because I figured I should ease into it a little bit. And it was a much more graceful than the second time. There was still a lot of very deep purging, and I really felt like I was getting a lot of deeply rooted stuff out. And but I felt like I was purging in a way that was it was moving quite efficiently and gracefully through me. And I guess, I want to use this opportunity to kind of just wrap up my overall experience with the 3 ceremonies completely. Um, I have been feeling much better physiologically since experimenting with the frog. Again, it's been probably 3 months since my first treatment. I did about one a month, and sort of a current battle in my life right now is trying to recover from my body being in an autoimmune state of disease essentially, and I've had autoimmune symptoms my entire life, but it wasn't until recently that I realized I probably had an autoimmune disease. And doctors have been pretty useless for diagnosing me, so I've mostly just been researching the hell out of autoimmunity and curing myself through strict dietary limitations, which is not fun at all. But the good news is it is working, and I have probably made more significant progress than ever in the last 3 months. And I do think a lot of that can be attributed to the Kambo frog medicine. And I'm in so much less pain, and I have so much less fatigue and anxiety and depression and basic physiological discomfort than ever, which is awesome. It's so nice that I can sit in a chair for the amount of time that a normal person can without being in agonizing pain, just from the inflammation and pain in my joints. So that's really great. I'm feeling better than ever. And one of the theories that I had behind why I think Kambo is helping, obviously depending on your beliefs, there's spiritual reasons for why we are healed physically, and I do think that there is a spiritual cleansing that comes with Kambo, but that's not what I'm going to talk about because I'm not here to convince you that that's true or not, and I'm not going to be the one to convince you. That's something that you have to formulate your own opinion on. But from a physiological, biological perspective, especially, connecting what I know about autoimmune diseases and the microbiome, I think it's probably safe to assume that I have or had some sort of organismal overgrowth in my body. Perhaps it was candida or some specific strain of microorganism that was contributing to, pro-inflammatory molecules hurting my body essentially, and contributing to autoimmunity and leaky gut and all that jazz that I probably embody. So I believe that the Kambo venom, we know it has antimicrobial effects and anti-inflammatory effects and analgesic pain-killing effects. And I theorize that the cocktail of venom entering my body probably set off quite an explosion to killing microorganisms in one's body. I'm not sure if I would say it's like an antibiotic where it's indiscriminately killing every organism in there, because I didn't get that feeling from it. But I do think that in some way, this the antimicrobial properties of this venom was probably lysing and destroying a bunch of these organisms that were overgrown and imbalanced in my body. And I think that's one of the reasons why it's helping me with my autoimmunity so much. One thing that I noticed is, especially after the first time I did it, I felt really lethargic for about a week after. But then I felt energetic in other ways. So it was kind of weird. It was like I felt better and worse at the same time. And so I did it a second time because I was like, I wonder why that is and if I'll have the same effect the second treatment. Well, I noticed each treatment that I did, the lag time after the treatment where I felt kind of tired and stuff was significantly reduced. So, it was maybe about 5 to 6 days after the first treatment, I was kind of tired and lazy, and then it was like maybe 3 or 4 days after the second treatment. Granted, I was recovering from the flu that time, and then the third treatment, within 2 days, I was back to exercising, doing strenuous exercise, and feeling pretty good. So my theory is that all these bacteria are kind of dying and exploding, and lysing, which is when they kind of break open their cell walls and die. They release a bunch of these endotoxins, and that's really what makes us feel sick. Like when we have a flu or virus or bacterial infection, what's actually making us sick is the bacteria releasing these toxins, especially when they die. They die and then they lyse open and release all this shit, and then your body tries to get rid of it, and that's really what makes you feel sick, is the toxins being released. So I have a theory that each time I did the Kambo medicine, I had less bacterial or fungal overgrowth to kill off and release all these toxins. So with each treatment, I didn't feel like shit for as long. So that has been a really interesting thing to consider and sit with, and I think a lot of people's microbiomes are totally out of whack, and I think that's largely responsible for a majority of health problems. I'm kind of on a microbiome obsession bender right now. That seems to be the focus of a lot of my interest at the moment. So forgive me for going off on the microbiome tangent. But anyways, overall, I highly would recommend the frog medicine to anyone that has some sort of health issue, especially if it's an inflammatory or dietary connected illness. I would really suggest exploring this medicine because it's really helped me, and I think it's really helped a lot of other people. So overall, I'm pretty happy with the experience. I'm probably going to be taking a little bit of a break because I really just wanted to do the triad and stick to the tradition of 3 ceremonies and 3 moons. But yeah, I think I'm good for now, and I'll wait to see how my health progresses with other dietary and lifestyle changes that I'm making in my life. So I'll keep you guys updated, and thanks so much for following me on this crazy frog journey that I decided to give a shot. You should try it yourself if you feel inclined. Kambo, look it up. Thank you for watching. Bye.